I spent $42,476. That was ridiculous. It was not planned at all. Next year. I didn't save anything. Let's take a moment of silence. Okay. It is now 2024. It is now 2025, so it's time to do my 2024 money wrapped. I have my laptop here, and I'm going to show you what I spent and what my money looked like last year. So here's my spending categories. So my mortgage, I spent $16,641. This does not include the mortgage for my rental property. This is only for my primary residence. My utilities, I spent $7,239. My utilities include water, sewage, trash, and electric for my primary residence. My car insurance, I spent $601. Car payment, I spent $6,856. My gas, I spent $3,657. My groceries was $9,645. My student loans was $5,655. Eating out costs was $9,404. My rental property, I spent $42,476. Let's take a moment of silence. Okay. Rental property expenses include repairs, that's labor, material, and new appliances. This was majority of the expenses because my tenants were evicted and left my house looking like, oh my God. I will be releasing the updates of that entire debacle within the next couple weeks, I promise. This also includes the mortgage, which I've paid by myself since they were evicted, the utilities, which are water, sewage, trash, electric, and gas. These were minimal since no one has been living in the property since they were evicted, so these bills were kind of small. And lawn care, so that's cutting the grass, raking leaves, and shoveling snow because I do not live in the city in which my rental property is located. Entertainment, I spent $5,409. For my business, I spent $3,505, which is pretty low because I didn't really operate my business. That was just the monthly cost for it. My allowances for my kids, I spent $2,146. Gifts, I spent $1,705. For gym memberships, I spent $269. Health, I spent $4,672. For household items, I spent $4,769. Travel, I spent $1,175. Taxes, I spent $3,054. My insurance, I spent $1,819. And for therapy, out of pocket, I spent $820. So here's what it looks like for my monthly spending. Kind of out of control. Have some peaks and valleys, but for the most part, this is pretty high. All right, my highest month was September, where I spent $17,025. Now, what the heck did I spend in September? So the biggest spend in September was on my rental property. I spent $7,000 on labor and materials for getting everything repaired. And then the second highest spend was education. I paid my cousin $2,000 so she could teach me everything she knows about buying and flipping rental property with other people's money. So once I'm done with my rental property now, I'm going to start implementing everything that she taught me and buying more rental properties. And then the third highest spend was my mortgage. That was $1,378. This was my primary residence. My lowest month was December, where I spent $3,490. The only reason why I spent so little in December is because I actually spent by a budget when it came to Christmas, and then there was other things that I needed to pay, such as like utilities and rent and things like that. But that's the only thing that got me by. My monthly average was $11,802. Here's my top 3 spending categories. My top spending category is my rental property repairs. That was $42,000. And my mortgage came in second at $16,000. And my groceries came in third for $9,645. Last year, I spent a total of $144,753. That was a lot. So here's my goals for 2024. I plan to reduce my eating out budget. That was ridiculous. It was not planned at all. The previous amount for my eating out budget was $9,404. That is ridiculous. I had no idea I was spending that much on eating out. I want to reduce that drastically. I want to not spend no more than about $200 every single month. That being said, my goal amount is $2,500 for the entire year of 2025. We're on track right now. Increase my rental property savings. I didn't save anything for my rental property. I did more spending than saving. So I want to save $15,000 this year. So I definitely think I can do that. And increase my Roth IRA savings. I did not put anything away in my Roth IRA in 2024 because of all of the expenses I had with my rental property and everything else. So this year I want to max it out and put in $7,000. That's my spending wrapped. Next year, well, this year will be a much better year.